Welcome back. I'm Tegan. I hope the chocolate binge didn't cause too many issues. This is URW Update. One of the UT's greatest success stories has marked a major milestone. 1 million visitors have passed through the URW Science Centre doors. Our Dominique McGovern thought it was the ideal chance to see where the centre's been and what's ahead of the fascinating facility.
The Science Centre reached their 1 millionth visitor last week. I went in to see what all the fuss is about.
Oh, the Science Centre started really back in the early 1980s when a group of people who were very keen on seeing a science centre and a planetarium built in Wollongong got together. We acquired exhibits from Expo 88 in Brisbane and also from the original Questacon in Canberra. And were opened by Barry Jones, the Minister for Science, in 1989. Many scientists in areas such as astronomy quote their experience in going to a planetarium having inspired them. Some of the astronauts were inspired by planetariums. But science centres involve people doing things artistically. We've just moved out an exhibition on astronomical photography by amateurs. It involves people from all walks of life. I hope people are inspired, whether it's in science, the creative arts, engineering. I just hope that people are inspired to learn.
Part of my experience here at the Science Centre, I take school groups around. I also do some of the live shows, such as the Bubbles and Balloons show. So teaching science to young children from about 3 to 5 years old is part of what I do here. It's always interesting to see the new exhibits that we have here on display. We've just gotten a new nanotechnology exhibit upstairs, and that is an incredible new exhibit. It's really a lot of fun.
The Science Centre of Wollongong is a place for creativity, learning and discovery. It has fascinating exhibits, and the science experiments are so exciting. Some even go off with a bang. Dominique McGovern, URW TV.
Adelaide is in the middle of a major dispute about public preaching in its famous Rundle Mall. But what does the battle mean for us? Our URW Update mobile report team caught up with one man taking centre stage.
My name's Al Stewart. I work with the City Bible Forum, which tells suits about Jesus in every capital city around Australia.
And what were you doing here today?
I was doing some open air, speaking to people about trying to give the meaning of Easter just in a nutshell. People who want to tell others about Christianity are motivated by goodwill because they think it's so important. Okay, the message of Jesus is such good news we want to tell people. But interesting, if you're actually listening to Jesus, he says do that, it's actually 1 Peter chapter 3, with gentleness and respect. I'm all for freedom of speech. I think Muslims, Buddhists, communists, whoever should be able to stand up and speak. We should just do it with gentleness and respect. And I'm more than happy for people of the views that oppose mine to be able to speak up. I'm all for a noisy, crowded, polite marketplace.
Some people just know how to do good, and musician Shelley Morris is one of them. She spends her time travelling the regions, helping young Indigenous people find themselves through music.
I'm Shelley Morris, and I'm also working with Johnny Woonga, and we're both from Darwin NT, and we work with young people in remote communities up in the Northern Territory, and we're here. This is my 5th time, Johnny's 1st time, and we're working with the Southern Youth and Family Services with youth that have had issues in their life or struggles. Some of them are facing homelessness, and they were able to come into the recording studio here at Wollongong and write down their songs and tell their stories, and I was the instrument, I suppose, that was used to help them put a song to that story, so it was very cool. To make everything as different as I can. Vocally encourage them too, because there's some really talented singers that can go on with that, and that's something that I think even my life story inspires them and say, well, if Shelley can do it and she's had a hard life at times, so I can do it too.
I don't want to sing without you on
UOW accommodation services are breaking new ground, catering for the physical and mental well-being of students.
You know, the university is going through an ambitious growth program. We're looking to further enhance University of Wollongong's standing as a place that students will want to come and study.
So it's the first residence worldwide to focus on positive well-being. There's been schools and everything that have focused on this idea, but it's the first living residence. The idea behind everything we're doing this year is positive psychology. So just helping residents maintain the best well-being they can, which encompasses physical, mental, educational. So everything we do is based around the ideas of positive psychology.
The name says it, it's positive. It's about having a positive experience rather than simply trying to deal with negative issues. University students have significant rates of mental health, mental illness issues, and that's pretty much universal in the developing countries, and I personally think that's got a lot to do with our current social structures. But the fact is that's there. We're trying to encourage people in a positive direction rather than deal with issues as they emerge later. We should also be supporting well-being. We should be helping people to thrive. Young students are going through a transition period in their life. We'd like to think we've got some helpful suggestions as to how to organise yourself as an independent adult. So there's a lot of programs to support physical, spiritual, emotional and intellectual health.
We've got the world watching us to see how it goes. The support is incredible. The academic programs are incredible. It's starting to become one of the best universities in Australia.
It's that time again. Have you been put on the spot?
Where do you get your news from?
I generally like to get my news off the internet, so looking on there.
Twitter! No, I hate Twitter.
I get it from sydneymorningherald.com.
Yeah, same.
My Twitter feed.
The internet. I get it from Facebook and Pedestrian TV.
Probably predominantly these days I get it off the internet.
I tend to get it from the internet on just different sources.
But I do still like the old-fashioned vibe of reading a newspaper.
I actually don't watch the news at all. I get my news from my partner. My husband tells me what's happening in the world.
I get my news online, mainly from websites like news.com, Google+, Facebook. There's a lot of stuff on Facebook.
And finally, Market Alley. We all know it, but have you had a close look lately? We have.
If you have the pleasure of wandering around the University of Wollongong on a Wednesday, then this is the place to be. The UOW Market Alley offers the opportunities to score all the great goodies and yummies. Time to get your shopaholic on and have some funsies. What do you like the most about the atmosphere here?
It's the students, the atmosphere. It's a beautiful environment.
I love coming to the university, especially Wollongong, because it's such a beautiful campus and everybody's really friendly and pleasant and nice and intelligent.
We're called Wild for Feathers. We specialise in feather hair extensions and wild hair art. Love Wollongong. Wollongong loves us.
I'm a sucker for food, so I was going to head to the fudge stall.
I just bought myself some honey roasted cashews and they're absolutely beautiful. I love them.
Gorgeous. Yep, this is the one.
And the one other thing that I usually do, or I'm happy to do, is discount for students, because I know everyone's struggling money-wise.
Fine. You hold on to that.
Okay.
Oh well. True.
Oh my god, you look totally different.
Nice.
That's our update. I'm Tegan Reeves. Have a great week.